Okay, so we'll begin. And for this meditation, we're going to be just looking at the two wings of awareness and compassion and kindness. Because when we're talking about boundaries, first of all, we need to really know ourselves and be attuned to ourselves so that we can know what it is that we need and we can know what it is that we might need to set a boundary for, whether it's protecting our energy or a boundary for body, mind, and heart, relationships. So first of all, we work with tuning, knowing ourselves, feeling ourselves, and then we'll work with what do we need and reflect on where we might need to set a boundary. So when you're ready and if you're comfortable, you can close your eyes if that feels okay. And maybe just making an intention for practice as well. What's your intention for your practice today? I always love that intention to be kind, but whatever intention feels right for you is perfect. And just beginning now to make that connection with yourself and with the moment. And we make that connection with the moment and ourselves through anchoring our attention with our breath. And knowing and noticing how it feels to breathe. What does it feel like to be you? What does it feel like to breathe in this moment? Just gently being with your breathing in and your breathing out. Just gently knowing you're breathing in and you're breathing out. And also just knowing when you're not there, when you are thinking or when you're off in some thought process, the past or the future or somewhere else. And we're just recognizing this and we can smile at our thoughts. We can bring loving kindness to our thoughts. And we can also not follow them or not give them attention and just gently redirect our attention towards our breathing, towards ourselves. And just tuning in with your body now and just noticing if you're holding any tension in the body. So noticing the belly and just seeing if you can soften your belly a little bit. Just letting it soften and rest and soften. Soft belly and breathe. And noticing your shoulders and just seeing, can you soften your right shoulder and your left shoulder and breathe. And noticing your face and softening the forehead and melting the muscles between the eyes and the right eye and the left eye and letting the right jaw soften and the left jaw soften, letting the face become soft. Again, letting the belly really soften so that you're not holding on. Belly is soft, soft belly. And breathe. Soft belly, open heart, strong like a mountain. Soft belly, open heart, solid like a mountain, and aware of your attention and noticing if your mind has wandered into thinking, into thoughts, and we can recognize that with kindness. Our thoughts are part of us. There are no bad thoughts, even though some may be uncomfortable or even scary, but they're just thoughts, and we can smile at them and not take them so seriously and just come back and return to our home within ourselves. So coming home to ourselves and home to the breath and home to the here and now. Soft belly, open heart, strong like a mountain, steady like a mountain. And now we're just going to expand our lens of awareness so that now it encompasses the whole of your being, so that it encompasses all of you. So almost like the flashlight moves from the breath, and we hold back the flashlight so that it encompasses our whole self, our being, our body, and our mind, and our hearts. And just maybe put a hand on your heart if you like, and a hand on your tummy, just making a deeper, loving connection with your whole self, and just inquiring within with so much kindness and so much care and so much gentle curiosity. How am I today? And just deeply listening to yourself. How am I? And listening to your body. And listening to your mind. And listening to your heart. And breathe. Listening to your body. Listening to your mind. Listening to your heart. And breathe. How am I? And just noticing how you are this evening, and feeling into this terrain, this landscape within you of moving energy and sensation and expansion and contraction, of neutral sensations, of comfortable sensations, and sometimes uncomfortable sensations. And just noticing, how is it to be me today? That's all we're noticing. And as we do this, we're deeply knowing ourselves, and we're deeply attuning to ourselves and attuning to our beings. We're cultivating intimacy with ourselves, with who we are. And just noticing, are you judging any part of yourself? So are you kind of at war or judging or in conflict with any part of yourself? So maybe judging the body on the outside, or what it feels like on the inside. Are you judging your mind, or the quality of mind you have, or how your thoughts are? Or are you judging your feelings and your emotions? Or even, are you judging your life? Are you feeling like maybe you're falling short in some way, or not enough in some way? So just noticing any judgments that you might have. And we can ask ourselves the question, who am I when I try on the thought that actually everything about me is just as it needs to be, that there isn't anything wrong, that my body is just as it needs to be, and my mind is just as it needs to be, and my heart is just as it needs to be. And even my life is just as it needs to be. And we're going to connect now to the mind. So just put a hand on your forehead and a hand on the top of your head, if you like, just making that connection with the mind. And just ask yourself, well, how is my mind? And allowing the mind to be. So really knowing your mind and then inquiring what your mind might need. What does my mind need? And just listening to the wisdom of your mind. What does my mind need? And in particular, is there any boundary I need to set for my mind? Is there anything I need to say no to protect my mind, to protect my mental energy? Any person, any situation, anywhere I need to say the kind no, and just listening to the wisdom of your being. May I be kind to my mind. May I give my mind what it needs. And just take a breath. And just move down to your body, hands in your heart and hands in your tummy. And just ask your body or inquire with the body, how are you? So just really knowing the body, cultivating intimacy with the body. How are you? And really allowing whatever is there to be. Your body is as it needs to be. This is what it means to have a human body today. And just inquiring with your body, what does it need? What does my body need? And in particular, is there any boundary I need to set for my body? Any boundary with the person? Any boundary with the situation? Or something that we do or something that we don't do? How can I protect my body? How can I mind and nourish my body? What do I need to do? What do I need to stop doing? Is there any situation where I need to say a kind no so that I can love my body and nourish my body and protect my body? Take a breath. And just moving up to your heart now. So just holding both hands on the heart and just tuning in and just ask yourself, how is my heart? And again, cultivating intimacy, attunement with our own precious hearts. How is my heart? Listening to the heart and just allowing your heart to be. It is just as it needs to be. And inquiring with your heart, is there any way you can look after it? So, what does my heart need? And in particular, is there any boundary I need to set to mind my heart, to protect my heart? Is there anything I need to say no to? Is there any body I need to say no to? How can I protect my heart? Is there something I need to do? Is there something I need to stop doing? May I be kind to my heart. May I nourish my heart. May I give my heart what it is that it needs, and just really listening to the wisdom of your heart. And just take a breath. And I just connect the whole of your being. So hand in your heart and hand in your tummy. And again, just checking in, how am I? And just listening again. So each time we check in like this, we cultivate a deeper intimacy and a deeper knowing and a deeper friendship with ourselves, with our beings. How am I? And we listen. And then we allow, because whatever is there is okay. And whatever is there is just as it needs to be. And this is just another wave in the ocean of what it means to be a human being. And again, just ask yourself, what do I need? And then listen. Trust in the wisdom of your being. Is there any boundary I need to set with a person, with a situation? Is there anywhere I need to say a kind no? Is there anything I need to stop doing? Is there anything I need to start doing? How can I protect my precious energy, my precious being, my precious body, mind, and heart? Listening to the wisdom of yourself. How might I nourish myself? How might I support myself? And again, just take one more breath. And we're just going to finish by wishing ourselves well. And again, just holding your heart and just noticing again, each time we do this, how is our hearts? And then we just hold our hearts with so much love, almost like our heart is a precious baby. If there's any pain in the heart, we give our heart more love and compassion, not less. So just taking a moment to deeply mind and hold and cradle your heart. Every corner, the deepest corners of your heart are all worthy of love and compassion and care. And if there is pain in the heart, that's just like a little baby, a little child that wants our presence and wants our love. And now just wishing ourselves well. May I be happy. May I be safe. May I care for myself. May I nourish myself. May I protect myself. May I give myself what it is that I need. And may I trust in my inner goodness and my inner value. May I know that I'm always enough, regardless of how I feel. And again, just take one breath, let go of the practice, and just one last time tune in. Notice how you are. What is the impact of the practice on your being? How am I? And listen. And also know that you are absolutely enough. So whatever way you feel after the practice, that is okay. That is exactly right. You are just as you need to be. And then when you're ready, you can take your time and you can open your eyes. Thanks, everyone. Okay. Just going to stop the recording there. Just bear with me.